Go.
Hey, I'm Kelsey Allen, and I'm auditioning for Joyful Sound and Campus Band, and this is my testimony. When I was 10 years old, I got saved in a little teeny tiny church, but before that I'm going to tell you about my life before I got saved. I live in a great Christian home with two great Christian parents who love God and they're just great parents, and I've always been blessed with that. And my dad's a pastor, so I'm a preacher's kid, which could be good or bad. But that's what I am. And when I was 10 years old, I was at a revival service, and the preacher, I can't remember his name, but I do remember that he was preaching, and what he said was, as a Christian, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go out and witness to people and bring people to Christ and bring people to Jesus. And I remember thinking, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. I know that's what my purpose is for my life and my plan. But I remember thinking, but you're not a Christian yet. You're not saved. You haven't made the next step. And I remember I was too scared to get onto the front, but afterwards I went to my dad, and I had the special privilege of accept him leading me to Christ. And we were knelt down in the bridal room on a bench, and I was knelt down praying beside my dad, and that is when I accepted Christ as my Lord and Savior. I was your typical Christian for about a month. Read the Bible every day, prayed every day, did what you're supposed to do. Then that kind of faded away. I was young, so it kind of faded off. I never really did anything bad. I didn't do anything. I was just a kid, a good kid, I guess. And the summer before my 6th grade year, my dad came to me, and he said, "Kelsey, I need to talk to you about something." And I was like, "Okay." And he said, we're moving. We're moving to Bowling Springs, South Carolina. And I remember thinking, I cried. I hated my mom. I hated my dad. I hated everyone. I didn't want to leave. That meant I had to leave my family, my friends, everybody that I've known since I was 4 years old. I was just leaving them. And as an 11-year-old and a 10-year-old, I remember asking God, why? Why me? Why my family? What have we done to deserve this? But we moved anyway. And my dad became a youth pastor at Northbrook Baptist Church in Bowling Springs, which is basically like right down the road. And when in middle school, well, I guess, yeah, it was middle school. In middle school, 6th grade year, I was extremely bullied. I came in, and it was a huge culture shock to me. Everything was different. I went from a school with 200 people in it to a class of 600. It was really hard for me. I was extremely bullied and picked on. And then to fit in, my 8th grade year, to fit in, I made fun of people, and I bullied people, and I tried to fit in with the wrong people. And I thought that for me to be accepted, I had to do that, which now I know is not true. And my 9th grade year, I started, I don't know, now I know it was God, but God was talking to me. He told me, you need to get back in the Word. You need to get back in the Word. And I remember I got back in the Word, and then I met this girl in my youth group, and she truly was an inspiration to me, because she showed me that you didn't have to be like everyone else to fit in. That you didn't have to not do what everybody else did just to fit in. And that's when my life radically changed. Beginning of my freshman year, everything was going good. I was in the Word, doing what I was supposed to do. I was really strong in my faith. And then my dad came to me again and said, "Kelsey, we're moving." And so we moved again to a little teeny tiny town, where I am now, Lamar, South Carolina. And I hated everyone. I couldn't stand anyone. And finally I remember I was sitting at home, and I remember I was praying, and I remember God saying to me, "Kelsey, this is where you're supposed to be. You're here for a reason, and your family's here for a reason." And I came here, and everybody was trying. Everybody here is different. You legit have to, if you want to fit in, you have to do what everybody else does, because it's so small. And I know now that I was placed here for a reason, to be a light in this community, because I don't do what everybody else does. I don't drink. I don't party. I don't do any of that. Does that make me better than everybody else? Absolutely not. But does that make me a witness to all the people in this community, in this small town, who do that? Yes, it does. And I'm really thankful that God placed me here and has continued to use me throughout my life, and will continue to use me. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.